Hello, everybody, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, your executive producer here, and thanks for tuning in to watch or listen to whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to. In these trying times, we really do appreciate everyone that feels that we are worth their time, and we hope that we're able to give you something entertaining to while away the time as you spend it. We particularly want to thank those of you that feel like we're worth financially contributing to, particularly our $25 and up supporters on Patreon, who are Antitonic, Drevian Alexander, Cat Waterflame, Rowan Parker, and Samantha Bates. Yes, I read that off of a list. Thank you very much for supporting us. I know that in these uncertain times, finances are tough for everybody, so that you're willing to donate to us means a lot to all of us here, and we thank you. That being said, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Decided to stop listening to my microphone. Now you can hear me. It did. Now, hang on, wait. Now they can hear, and now they can hear you. All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to Gran, Terra, Shadowfront. I'm John. I'm your game master for the evening. Joining me today is Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack. I'm playing Gentmanar, half-elf spellslinger, who now needs to create a nuclear breath-powered pistol.
First, you have to find something with nuclear breath. And Mara?
How hard is that going to be, really?
Hi, I'm Mara, and I'm playing Titania Valkorian, a Ladrin druid princess. No regrets.
And William?
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Valdez Stonebeard, the Dwarven Samurai, who already sort of, if you squint hard enough, has a nuclear breath-powered sword.
No. Not how that works.
It's a nuclear reaction. No.
And Jeremy?
Hello, my name is Jeremy. I am playing Kalerna Ilani, who does not have anything nuclear breath powered yet.
And Cody.
I'm Cody. I'm playing Ithram Valar, Hobgoblin War Wizard, the most likely individual to actually get access to nuclear.
And wow, I once again forgot to update the profile cards, so those are out of date, so I'm not going to have those play. Hello, everybody, and welcome back.
I'll scroll back to level 11.
Yeah, I'll go back to level 11. So, when last we left off, the Steelhearts had landed on the southern coast of the Sophill 8, the southernmost island of the Sophill 8, which was, as a reminder, a series of islands that seemed to have formerly been connected by some form of superstructure, likely prior to the Shattered Lands being shattered, and are haunted the fuck out. To the point where the people that live on the islands live between the islands, along the coasts, between the islands, and on floating structures. So the Steelhearts landed on the southern side of the island as the sun was going down, and a Death Tyrant came out as they were fucking around with the ruins. We're not going to point fingers and blame anybody.
Where am I?
Mostly because Valdez is unconscious.
Look, I didn't want to go near the ruins.
Exactly. You're the one
I mean, we're not going to point
Cody.
fingers and blame anybody because Ariel isn't here to do so.
It is still off camera.
we are still in initiative because you're not out of the woods yet. So Kalerna just finished off the Death Tyrant.
Yes.
There is still the sounds of things around.
I just woke up from a death save.
Just woke up from a death save. And it's Titania's turn.
All right. Well, gosh. Kalerna's over by Valdeth. And it takes an action to wake someone up, doesn't it?
Yes.
So I am going to. Is anyone else? It's just Ithram that's really heavily injured.
At the moment.
Cure wounds on you at 5th level.
All
I'm gonna
Alright.
Is Cure
run
Wounds a ranged
over. I think I can.
touch?
Can I reach
Okay.
you?
It's-
I was
Can
gonna say I
reach
can't.
you?
I
Yeah.
can
I
never.
hope. I hope so.
No, I
You're a
can't.
ways off.
Okay.
No, Cure Wounds is
All
touch.
right.
Healing Word is
We're
range.
gonna
Healing
we're
Word is
gonna
the
healing
range.
word you at 4th level. Here we go. Well, you got 12. That's a
Hey.
terrible roll.
All right. Do you move at all?
And I'm gonna.
Do you move at all?
You still
Yes.
have an action if you want to attack Valdeth to wake her up. I'm joking.
I don't think I can reach her. Can I? Oh no, I can. Yeah.
You've got
yeah.
ranged weapons.
I'm not gonna. I rush
I mean,
over
now that
and
you're
wake you up.
adjacent, you don't even need to attack. You can just use your action to wake her up.
Yeah, action to wake her up. There we go.
Good.
You
That's
use
my
your
turn.
action to wake Valdeth up.
Yep.
Sure, if
Action
you want to
bonus
do it the
action.
boring
Done.
way.
Ithram.
Now that I'm up,
Kalerna could have done it the non-boring way if she wasn't so focused on killing death tyrants.
I mean, fair.
Mhm.
what? How much does it? Can I get a beat on how much it sounds is coming through? Because you said we heard noises coming
Mhm.
from where the death tyrant came through last time. How can I get
You make a
a
perception check.
guesstimate?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A perception or survival check, one of the two.
perception it is.
All right.
10.
Things.
Things. Yep. I'm all right. Let's go over here. And just so that everybody's in view, let's see. 1, 2, 6. 6 right there. Yeah. Action to, let's see. Spells. I'm gonna hold my action for Steel Wind Strike. Actually, no, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, no, I'm gonna hold my action for Steel Wind Strike, and for when I'm assuming, just because this island holds so many so many ghosts on it, when the 4th one comes out is when I'm gonna release it.
All right. So when the 4th enemy appears.
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
Take a healing potion.
Valdeth, you're awake on the floor. There's sand in your mouth.
Oh yeah, bonus action, drink a potion.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. I had to check to make sure. Okay, 6 greater heal, so 5 greater healing potions now.
Valdeth will sort of, from the position that she's laying at, just kind of close her eyes again and focus. And it's going to listen to the whispers of the kami. I will cast Detect Evil and Good.
All right. So what does Detect Evil and Good give you?
Let me just put the spell in. Like,
For the duration, you know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that's been magically consecrated or desecrated. There is a place within 30 feet of you that's been magically desecrated.
I figured that. I'm just curious if there's any undead incoming closing in right now.
I mean, not within 30 feet.
Not within 30 feet? Okay.
Like, that hole is 30 feet up, much less the additional 10 feet, like, let's see, it's over there. So, much less the additional, like, 20 feet away.
Okay. We should please get far, far away from this desecrated location. Literally desecrated. Velda says she stands up. and with her movement speed of 25 now reduced to 10, goes this way.
All right, so just to give you guys an idea of where you're at really quickly. So that blue line there is the cliff, is the cliff face. And
bottom of the cliff, to be clear.
yeah, you're at the bottom of the cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
The cliff that goes
all
up
of
above
this
us.
over here. Oh, hang on. That's on the wrong layer.
I was going to
Okay,
say
well,
over.
Not on the map layer.
All
Oh,
of that
sorry,
down
vision's
there
what I'm
is
saying.
the shoreline.
Okay.
Like that's water where Ithram and Kent
And where are
standing.
the sounds coming from again?
The cave, which is up on the it's about 30 feet up. It's sort of a hole in the ruins of the cliff face. Is about 30 feet up over here.
Okay.
There's not any trees, perhaps, along the shoreline at all. Nothing like that.
No.
That would be too easy.
Rocks and boulders, but no trees.
Do
you
you
have
boulders?
transport via rocks.
No, I don't have support by a rock.
There are trees up the cliff
Hmm.
where the ruins are.
I should point out that if you have an extra higher level spell, you do have time for another casting of, say, Windwalk.
It takes a minute.
It takes isn't it only an action to cast?
No.
Or is it a minute to
it's-
cast? Right.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
cast.
That's the
Uh,
problem.
Otherwise, it is a
So-
get out of TPK free card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anything else on your turn, Valdeth?
Nope.
Alright.
Actually, I mean,
Nope.
I will bonus action and focus and get my send.
Was detect evil and good not a?
No,
It was an action, not a bonus action.
detect healing good is an action
okay.
to cast.
Cool. All right, Gent. So
All right.
the water is
I'm looking
lapping at
around
your
here.
ankles.
He's fine with that. So it's up here-ish where the sounds are probably coming from?
Yep.
Yeah, can he see or pick out anything notable that would give us more information as far as what's coming?
Give me a perception check.
I'm assuming this is not visual.
No.
24.
The sounds of bones rattling that you're hearing is the sounds of bones being pushed by something, not the sounds of animate bone.
Well, we've got something rather large coming out of that cave, I think. And he's going to hold a action for a stun shot.
All right. What's the
For
trigger?
whatever pokes his, yeah, whatever enemy first appears within range that he can see.
Okay. All right. Kalerna.
All right. You said it's about 30 feet up.
Yeah, 30 feet up.
Yeah. Okay. We're doing a quick look around, injured people, etc.
Ithram in the distance. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, injured person.
Still,
Gent's also injured.
I'm describing what's going on in my head. Is going to move over here.
Also, is it nighttime right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, the sun's gone down.
Echo moves up
Yes.
right next to form a defensive line with myself. And he says, if we are going somewhere, we should be going very quickly.
I am my own shield maiden.
Yep.
So it's at that point, after Kalerna's turn.
And prepping,
Okay.
readying an attack of anything that's close.
Yeah. So it's at this point after Kalerna's turn that you see something come out of the hole. It is this. At first, you're thinking it's a pair of horns or something that seems to poke its poke its way out of the hole, first into visibility. But then as it continues on, you see that what this is can only be described as a comic depiction of a crescent moon with a manic grin that is at the same time on fire and producing lightning and made of a thunderstorm.
I'm gonna need to see this artwork.
As it floats out of the hole.
Holy shit.
Did I tell a lie?
I want to know what this is.
It floats out of this hole. There is this faint, ephemeral cackling coming from it as it glances across the group of you. And continues to float down.
Worth noting, my concentration lasts for up to 10 minutes. Would this qualify as elemental?
It's still not in 30 feet of you.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, yeah. No, it's actually just been 30 feet.
It's 30
oh,
feet
it hasn't landed yet. Hasn't landed yet. Yeah.
It's floating.
Okay.
It floats down over to here. It gets all the way down to the ground, at which point it triggers undead.
Undead. Okay, cool. Weird looking fucking undead.
I assume my shot goes off somewhat before that,
Yeah.
though?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
I don't know what the range on your gun is.
You don't? Because you made it.
Yes, I made it. I do not have it in my brain.
It's 21 hits.
It is on paper and thus out of his brain.
Yeah, 21 hits.
Okay. It takes 15 piercing damage, 3 psychic, and has to make a DC 18 con save or be stunned.
A lot of undead can still be stunned for some reason,
Yep.
which is helpful. But we don't know if this one can.
A lot of undead can be stunned. It makes the save.
Well, it probably has at least 18 hit points less than it did before.
Yeah, so I'm going to need...
So when it hits that point, do my attacks go off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your attack.
Away.
My attack, yes, my one attack. Because
If
so
you
it's
hold
holding
for
the
the
attack action, I get my full range of attack.
Yeah, if you hold the attack action, you get your attacks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that...
It's not an attack of opportunity, it's the attack action.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It does still use a reaction, though.
Yeah.
25
25 hits.
for 7 slashing and 2 fire damage.
So
Two
as
out of
as
2d8.
your sword ripples through it,
D4.
it feels like you're hitting a cloud as your sword passes through it. You feel like it's not taking the full amount of damage from either the fire or the slashing.
Oh, good. It's immune to magic or resistant to magic weapons. Why have we not left yet? Second attack. Never mind.
A
Third
13 misses.
attack.
A 26
26
hits.
for 7 slashing and 7 cold damage.
And as the ice ripples off your sword,
It healed it, I'm sure.
it just does nothing. The ice doesn't seem to have any effect at all.
So resistant to fire and slashing, immune to cold. We've identified those.
Clara just pauses and goes, oh, fuck.
I need Kalerna, Valdeth, Titania, and... just outside. I need Kalerna, Valdeth, and Titania to all make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
As this strange mad cackling suddenly pitches up and enhances in volume and intensity.
Oh, Tanya, what are you doing?
Only natural 1.
I need to double check something.
Saying, sorry,
I
what'd
don't
you say?
have any.
Not gonna lie, I almost want to use my inspiration. I don't know if a 19's gonna be enough, but fuck it. I'll be the test case.
I don't have an inspiration. Yeah.
Let's figure out the DC on this thing saves.
I'm gonna fail this. I failed it.
All right. 19 succeeds, 12 and a 2 fail. So both Valdeth and Titania.
Is this a save for half?
Yeah.
I have evasion, so I still take half.
Cool. So Valdeth, you take Titania, you take 17 cold damage and are frightened.
Cool.
Valdeth, you take 8 cold damage and are frightened.
I can't be frightened.
So never mind then. And
So why keep the Draconite Spine Blade on me at all times?
You and your Echo, not that it matters for your Echo, take 8 cold damage.
So my Echo's gone.
And are not frightened.
Okay.
And as it continues to sort of float there haphazardly, shifting back and forth and cackling in your face, Kalerna, something else begins to pour out of the hole. This can best be described as if darkness had a physical form. It looks almost like black fog that just rolls out through this hole. The person's not it. It's the shadow around it. As this inky blackness just roils out down the cliff, almost like liquid. And passes over Kalerna.
I'm assuming this
And
also
Valdeth.
triggers his undead.
Oh yeah, this is a massive undead. Can it get? No, it just can't reach Titania. So
good.
it passes over Kalerna and Valdeth. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Failed.
Yeah, I will indomitable that actually first.
All right.
Because I got another one of those because we leveled up. 23.
23 succeeds. So, Kalerna, you can choose to step outside of its space.
Is there any even like protecting any small minor benefit to staying inside?
No.
I am stepping outside.
All right.
Valerna is now watching HBO Max.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you choose to not step out, if you choose not to sidestep out of it, you suffer the consequences of a failed saving throw. That's what happens if you stay.
Fair enough.
All right. So Valdeth, you take
This
21.
falls under. I feel like this falls under that weird category of this isn't quite a save for half because the save is you step out of the way.
Yeah, no, it's not a save for half. You take 21 points of necrotic damage.
Ow.
How much?
21 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
That's not good.
Are blinded and restrained.
That's
Fuck.
less good.
And gain a level of exhaustion.
That's
even worse.
thirdly less good. That is least good.
On your turn, you can try to escape by making a wisdom saving throw. By making a wisdom check, not a saving throw.
Oh, fuck that.
Fuck you.
What kind of nonsense is that?
It's called Incarnate Gloom.
That's a Kobold Press one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's Toma Beast bullshit. I love that book.
Oh, it's such a good book.
All right.
Hi,
Then
what if your depression had a body?
what if your sleep paralysis demon had a form?
Tome of Beasts is where my favorite undead comes from. The Corpse Mound.
Yep.
Yet a third entity comes out of this hole. It's a
Is
will-o-wisp.
this a corpse mound?
No, it's not a corpse mound. It's a
Okay.
will-o-the-wisp.
Nah, it's still not great, but
Are you guys?
That darkness thing moved pretty fast, didn't it?
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
Ithram about to get like blue balled by only 3 undead coming out?
Probably.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I was like, should I go 3 or 4?
30,
John's probably gonna throw a lot at us. 4.
45, 50. Oh, I can get all the way to Ithram.
yeah.
Get away, tiny ball.
this little speck of light just floats around the gloom, offering almost comfort in the wave of dread that seems to be pouring out of this hole. And as it gets to about 5 feet next to you, does a 17 hit you?
So if you're holding a question,
You have to wait until the specified trigger happens, or you
yeah,
lose it.
no, that's I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Does that count as concentrating since it is a spell?
No, not because you haven't
No?
cast it yet.
Then it just hits.
Okay.
Because I can't use arcane deflection, or I won't be able to cast.
Yeah, I
anything
mean,
but
like I said, you
cantrip.
can abandon it to use your reaction for something else, if you so desire. Because you have basically reactions or triggers, and if anything triggers any of them, you can react. You just can't then react to the other trigger that you specified.
No, I'm good.
Okay. You take 5 lightning damage as it jolts you.
Oh, asshole.
Titania, your turn.
Okay, this is bad. Shit. I can get us out of here, but it's gonna take a while. Yeah, that's 10 rounds.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, there's an additional effect the gloom has.
Oh,
I thought you were
good.
gonna say there's something else coming out.
Great,
and I was gonna be
great,
like,
cool,
hey,
cool.
Because
No,
being
no.
restrained, because one of our party members being restrained, blind, and exhausted and taking damage isn't enough.
So in the 30-foot radius around it,
Okay.
is magical darkness. Dark vision can't penetrate this darkness. No natural light can
Oh.
illuminate it. If any darkness overlaps with an area of light created by a spell of 3rd level or lower, the spell creating the light is dispelled. A successful dispel magic cast on the gloom suppresses the aura for 1 minute, or until it reduces a creature to 0 hit points.
In a 30-foot radius from this 10-foot radius creature.
It's just a rolling blanket of darkness.
Jesus Christ.
Hang on, let me make it so you can see this, so you can see the aura. There we go.
cool. There's a big pocket of.
Hang on, 30-foot radius. I think it should be shorter than that. Hang on.
No, that's
No, that's it.
30
That's
foot
yeah,
correct.
radius.
radius is
radius.
radius is the longer one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Races.
Diameter would have been the shorter one.
Right.
That is fucking ridiculous.
Kent doesn't give a shit. He's got magical visor that he can just see through that shit. No problem.
I can't though.
So you can watch everybody die.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
God.
great.
I've gotta ask,
He's
What is
watching
this?
outside.
what is this motherfucker's challenge rating? Because I'm curious.
13.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them is supposed to be it.
One
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
The other things are
Mhm.
much lower.
Lower.
Will-o-wisps
lower.
are
No,
2.
absolutely. I'm not challenging the idea
Yeah.
that you have overtuned this. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it better be like 12, 13 or higher because
Yeah.
this is nonsense.
Will-o-wisps are 2, and they
Yeah,
come
no.
like they just come with
Will-o-wisps
it.
are nothing.
You can see the will-o-wisps through the darkness. They do specifically illuminate the darkness.
Interesting.
Okay.
Though
I
they
want to know what the fuck that moon thing is.
I'll tell you later. And you can specifically see. Hang on, I'll show you the radius that you could see the will-o-wisp through.
Yeah, because this is from one of their Warlock Patreon books that I don't have,
No,
if I
it's
recall
not.
correctly.
It's not. So yeah, so in that area around the Will-O-Wisp, you can see, and you can see it through the darkness. So while you can't see Valdeth, Titania, Kalerna, you can see this little wisp shocking the fuck out of Ithram.
Okay.
Yes,
So I
the
can
flying
see Ithram,
mechanism.
You can see Ithram.
presumably.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Confusion. Okay, I am going to. Shit. It's there. Heal is. Can I get closer to Valdeth, or would that be considered getting closer to the thing I am frightened of?
It would be considered getting. It
10
would be
points.
getting. It would be getting closer to the thing that you're considered frightened of. Also, you can't see where Valdeth is.
Okay, that's fair. Well, I knew where.
Yeah, you know where
she
Valdeth was, but you can't
Yeah.
actively see where Valdeth is.
Okay, I can't.
So, which
I
also
can't
means you
see
can't
her.
see
Okay.
any impediments that might be in the way.
Doesn't that mean she also
fair.
can't see the thing she's frightened of?
Actually, yeah, no, you can't see the thing
Yeah.
you're frightened
So
of.
she's
Yes.
not getting disadvantage or
That's
anything because she can't see.
fair.
Yep.
That is fair. In which
good.
case,
So
It's
you can.
gone.
So in that case, actually, you can indeed walk towards Valdeth if you want.
cool.
I guess that's meant to suppress like warlocks who have devil's sight and stuff like that.
No, Devil's Sight can see through it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the frightened effect is meant to suppress warlocks and stuff
Oh,
that
yeah,
can
yeah.
see it anyway.
Yeah. Well, these guys operate independently of the cloud. It's the wisps that are part of the whole bit.
Oh right, yeah, the moon thing is the one that inflicted the frightened effect.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to go towards Valdeth then,
All right.
because I can. I'm fumbling around. I grab your shoulder.
Well, so, I mean, would you not just walk directly towards Valdeth?
Probably. That's fair. Okay,
That
fine.
moment of realization that Mara has of, oh shit.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
Yeah.
I would.
So I
Yeah.
need you to make I need you to make a dexterity saving throw
Okay,
as you enter
I'm
its
great
space.
at those.
You could
There we
you
go.
could make the save and
14.
nope,
14's a failure.
nope. There's
Okay.
no way that
What
was
happened?
a success.
All right. So you take 17 necrotic damage.
Ow. Okay.
You are blinded and restrained. Well, you were already blinded.
Yeah.
But now you can't even see the wisps. You get a level of
Okay.
exhaustion.
Yup.
You still have your action, so you can try to escape if you would like.
Okay.
It's a wisdom check to escape,
It's a wisdom check.
which is just
Pretty
flat
good
wisdom
stuff.
roll.
At
Okay.
disadvantage because you have exhaustion.
Yeah, but I'm decent at wisdom
Because
checks.
fuck
Because
you,
druids.
Kobold Press.
Druids.
You're fighting the darkness.
Can I see Ithram still?
No, because
Okay.
you've been blinded by the
Yeah.
by the effect.
Got it. Okay.
Somebody's got a fast car.
Apparently.
I am
It's Cheney.
going-
There's literally nothing else to do here, Cody.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to get out.
All right, so disadvantage wisdom check.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Actually, hang on. Is the disadvantage on skill checks?
I don't
Because
know.
this is
Yeah.
technically not a skill
No,
check.
ability checks. Ability
Oh,
checks.
ability checks. Okay, yeah.
It's
no.
Oh, is it?
specifically what it
Yeah.
says.
Okay, yeah, ability checks.
I've had this discussion with
Elf?
people
A
before
12 does not
because
escape.
technically that means it applies to initiative rolls too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's your action, and you are blinded and restrained.
Yep. Let me check on a bonus action real quick. I don't know if I need to see for healing word. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out a healing potion and drink it though.
All right, you drink it. You struggle a
That's
healing
my turn.
potion into your mouth.
Sorry, that took forever.
No worries. So it's not yet Ithram's turn. As another Will-o'-the-Wisp appears. Now, Ithram,
I
you
can't
can
see all four.
You can see the wisp. You can see 2 wisps. You know there are 4 enemies. You just can't see all 4. So it's up to you as to whether or not you want to use that reaction now.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I will.
Do you have to see? Is Steel Wind Strikes targets you can see or just targets?
Yeah, up to 5 creatures you can see within range, so
So
I have to see all 4 of them
so-
anyways, so I wouldn't be able to.
Well, you could target the 2 Willow because you know there are 4 there, so you could trigger it now. You could target the 2 Will-o'-the-Wisps. Actually, wait. What's the range on Steel Wind Strike?
30 feet. That's why I'm saying I'm
You
just
actually,
gonna.
yeah, you won't be able
I
to
wouldn't
target
be
it
able
yet.
to.
Yeah. 'Cause it's
So yeah, no, I'm not going to. I'm just gonna let that go, and I'm just gonna back up to right here.
Well, it's not your
Did
turn
the
yet.
wisp. Okay.
Yeah, Will-o'-Wisp appears. It moves down over to Kalerna.
Okay. Hold on just a sec.
And misses. All right. And finally, a third Will-o'-the-Wisp appears. And being that there are no other enemies that are not currently engulfed by the shadow, it's just going to float around over to here. Acting
Well, hang on.
acting as
That
an
might-
acting as an enticement.
Ah, you bitch.
Ithram.
All right. You know what? I'll just step over to here. Towards this other Will-o'-the-Wisp.
All right, it's going to try to shock you. Does an 11 hit you?
No.
Okay.
And now I'll use Steel Wind Strike to
Just strike the wisps.
actually.
They are your only method of seeing in the darkness right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm yeah, no, I'm not gonna use Steel Wind Strike yet. I'm not gonna move there then. I'll move to right here. Yeah, no, I'll stay where I was.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna yell. Because Valdeth and I saw Valdeth and Clarina over there. I'm gonna yell out, Valdeth, Clarina, duck, and then you guys are gonna hear some charging as I cast Lightning Bolt at 4th level in this general direction.
All right. Cast lightning bolt through the darkness.
Unfortunately, being restrained, I have disadvantage on dex saves.
Well, and
Does me warning them help at all?
I mean, Valdeth can't move, so it doesn't help at all. No, Kalerna's outside the line, so Kalerna's fine.
All right, yeah, I was covering my bases. All right, so
It's all right. I can fail and still take half damage there because evasion still applies. It doesn't matter if I'm restrained or not.
30 points of lightning damage.
At 15.
Right, what's the DC on the deck save?
18.
The gloom fails. And so does the moon.
The gloom's just like, why should I get out of the way?
The gloom and the moon both take half damage, though, because they have resistance to lightning.
Wonderful.
So that's 30 damage, halved to 15.
So am I in range or?
No, you were
Okay.
outside of the
Okay.
line.
Yeah, you're outside the line. Valdeth, though, was
Cool.
not.
Yep.
Far enough outside. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, bonus action. I'm gonna keep chugging these energy drinks.
I will say that the lightning bolt casts enough light just for that moment that you can, for a split second, see Valdeth and Titania engulfed in this shadowy darkness, in this like fog-like cloud that's in the middle of the darkness before your vision goes away again.
Okay, does it look like it's staying in place?
You can't. I mean, it's constantly
Or is it
shifting.
just
There's not
roiling
enough-
around?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
roiling. There's not enough physicality to it to get a sense of what it's going to do next.
Okay, then I'm going to move to, let's see, that was 5, 10, 15, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to move to there. And yeah, I'm just going to drink another healing potion.
All right. Valdeth.
The fucking wisdom check to try and get out of this goddamn thing. Is there any skill applied?
Nope.
There's not even proficiency.
It is a flat wisdom check, much like how Counterspell is a flat spellcasting check.
So if I could get a hold of you and cast Enhance ability,
It would help.
it would help.
Wait, and it gave me a level of exhaustion?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. These things are
Fucker.
no. These things are seriously fucked up.
Yeah, that compounds too. If it like steps
Well,
out.
I
of,
fucking can't make the damn thing.
if it steps out of your if it steps out and then steps back in. You can't. I will tell you, you can make it. It's just going to be difficult.
Not without a fucking luck point.
Yeah. Or an inspiration.
I don't have any. We didn't get any from last.
Oh, you leveled up. That's right.
Does Samurai get?
No, I don't. I don't have Indomitable.
Okay,
And also, it isn't a saving throw.
You still have a bonus action.
that's right. That's right.
I will get more Sen
All right.
before I die.
You're fine. You've got plenty of health. And
I'm
we
nearing
did-
half health.
We
finally,
did just talk about how we both have backup characters. In
Yeah, that's fair.
Beyond already.
That's fair. Doesn't mean
I'm
I
just
want
saying, you might want to start work.
a
to.
fourth. Well, hang on. Ghent hasn't gone yet since the thing has arrived. We have a fourth Will-o'-the-Wisp that comes out and just sort of hovers over to here. Ghent.
Titania, what's your AC?
18.
Okay, he's going to burn 2 charges of focus fire on this shot. One to give himself advantage on the attack roll as he shoots Titania. And one to impose disadvantage on the gloom against the saving throw for planar redeployment.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
this?
Planar redeployment.
Yes. All right. So here,
I
I'll-
love
I'll
the
put-
name
I'll
of
put-
this spell.
I'll put the. Let me see if I can put the there. Nope, that's counterspell.
That's
Try
good.
this again. Boop.
Okay.
There you go. Planar redeployment.
Fourth level
Enjoy.
conjuration spell. When you hit a target with
nice.
this spell, your bullet rips through the planar boundaries and roots, spilling energies into one into the rift. Either you or your target, your choice, is teleported up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. Additionally, all creatures within 5 feet of the subject of the teleport must make a dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC. If they fail, they suffer 66 damage of either fire, cold, thunder, lightning, your choice. If any succeed, they suffer only half damage.
So if I hit Titania, I can at least yank her out of there.
Yeah.
Okay. So advantage on the attack for Emperor's Virtue. 25 hits you.
Yep.
You take 14 piercing damage. I apologize.
Okay.
And you are teleported right here.
Didn't see where you put it.
Right here.
Ah.
Just to the edge of the... Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. God. That's terrible damage roll, but so this will be... It has
Holy
it
shit.
is a disadvantage on a dex save or take 15 fire.
It failed.
Okay.
But it only takes 7 fire.
Okay, I figured it's probably got resistances to shit, but...
All right. That makes...
bonus action, Finger the Profane.
All right, go ahead.
No longer at advantage. Boop. Does a 16 hit the gloom?
16 hits the gloom.
Hey, nice.
It is immune to necrotic damage.
Okay. Bummer, because that was actually a pretty decent roll.
You shoot the darkness with darkness. And you
it doesn't do
realize
anything.
as you do it that was a bad idea.
The darkness doesn't take damage from darkness. And then he just yells, Titania, run!
Kalerna.
All right, question. The
Yes.
area around me is lit up, right?
Yes. You are currently illuminated.
Would I have disadvantage on my attacks?
It's
against
not
the
bright
gloom?
light.
I mean, I'm sorry, because I'm blind. Well, the gloom is technically just outside,
Yes.
but it's also pure darkness. So,
Yes.
like,
It would be a disadvantage to attack the gloom, yes.
fuck.
Because you have no idea where it is. Because it's not lit.
But not to the moon thing, possibly?
The thing that allows me to see.
Not
No,
not the wisp. The
Oh,
moon.
the other
the
thing.
moon is also just outside the line of the wisp. So you can only see what is around the wisps in the darkness.
Okay.
So I grapple the will-o-wisp and pull it closer. No.
DIY undead drift glove.
I
Here we
grab
go.
the will of the wisp and shove it in a lantern.
Isn't that how you make the fucking ghost lantern?
No, you capture a dead person's
well,
soul in a lantern.
Technically, it's a tortured soul, but you know.
I would call it Will. Isn't the Will of the Wisp a tortured soul?
No.
It's swamp gas.
Oh, that's a good question. This could possibly.
No, the actual D&D monster, Jack. You jackass.
All right. Well, fuck.
I'm the one with an actual flail. You should just actually flail.
Well, run.
What in anything that Kalerna has done so far makes you think that she's going to run and leave Lord, Lady, whoever, whatever member of the party, because she doesn't know who's trapped in there.
No, it's fair.
Alone.
Nothing. I was just presenting the option because it's there. It'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
one hell of
No,
a heel turn.
It's an option. It is 100% an option. No, I guess, just wait a minute. I had attacked the. Okay. Was it the darkness I had attacked that had apparently resistance to magical weaponry?
No, it was the moon.
No, that was the moon thing.
Although the darkness being,
thing.
not
Okay.
a physical structure, I would not be surprised if the darkness was also resistant to all physical damage, even from magic weapons.
It's better than fucking nothing. Like, I will use my inspiration on my first attack, so
Mhm.
it's not at disadvantage. 29.
29 hits.
for 16 slashing and 4 fire.
2 fire.
I said 4. You just apply it however is appropriate. Second attack, 22
22 hits.
for 14 slashing and... You know what? I'm just going to stick with fire. If Cole didn't fuck up the other thing, but now it's going to affect his friend.
I mean, you can try. You never know.
Yeah, okay, yeah, 5 cold damage.
3 cold damage.
Okay.
Oh, so it did take it,
Two-
which means it
Sorry,
does
two
also
gold
explode.
damage.
Yes.
Yeah, which means
Which means it has to make its constitution save.
Yeah, this one's just resistant, not immune. Natural 20 on the con save.
Fuck off. Oh. Before I do my third attack, I am going to do use my bonus action to summon my echo right next to me. I'm only doing that so I can unleash incarnation next to that.
Fair.
Because I'm sure it's going to die by soon. Third attack is a 13. I'm sure that misses.
Yes.
And unleash incarnation, 14.
Misses.
Okay. Other side. Down here.
Okay, cool.
Less likely to get attacked by things.
Cool.
Please move into the light so I can see you and not have disadvantage to attack you.
Why would it do that when it can see you? The only one that can see this is Gent. Gent, you see the cackling moon face puff up its cheeks and
Oh dear.
spit out
Duck!
a blast of wind at Kalerna.
Okay.
The 15 hit you?
15 does not hit me.
You feel a cold wind blast past you from outside, from the darkness somewhere. And now it's the Gloom's turn. It moves over. I need you and your Echo to make a dex save.
The Echo doesn't matter. It's taking any kind of damage.
Well, no, because it's save or move.
Dead.
Because it's save or move.
So. Oh, that's true. Okay, well, my Echo save is going to be... I'll have my Echo save first, because why not? 20.
Is that supposed to be with advantage?
No, it's not, but it was a 20.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, 20 succeeds. So it can sidestep out of the gloom.
It will sidestep out of the gloom. And me, not so much.
You failed to sidestep out of the gloom.
Huh.
Your Echo is free.
Sure is. No, this is fine. This is good.
Yeah, your Echo being out of the way can just swap
fully
places
accept
with you.
this because I'm going to be able to swap places with the Echo.
Yeah.
Unless it gets attacked by the Will-O-Wisp and dies.
So you take 18. You take 18 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
You suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Yep.
And you are blinded and restrained.
Yep.
And now, because it doesn't have to use its action to dash, it uses its action to multi-attack. By the way, the Gloom also has attacks.
I mean, of course, why would it not?
Does a 20 hit you, Valdeth?
Did my AC up at all? No, it has not yet. So yes, 20 hits me exactly.
All right. Does a 23 hit you, Valdeth?
Yes.
And does a 28 hit you, Kalerna?
I
take that as a yes.
I'm not dignifying that. Have I ever dignified? Does it like a 9,000 hit you?
So Valdeth, you take 20 psychic damage.
Oh boy.
You take 21 psychic damage. So 41's total psychic damage.
Are you down?
Nope, but I'm getting there.
And then Kalerna, you take 24 psychic damage.
Okay, that's fine.
If I get hit twice like that again, I will be out.
It's fine. I have a plan. It's not a great plan.
But it's a plan.
Could could I potentially make like a perception roll to hear the sounds and approximate where Valdez is being psychically tormented within 10 feet of me?
You don't need to make a roll. You can tell roughly where Valdez is.
Okay, I have a plan for next turn. I'm teleporting out. I'm going to grab you, pull you out, and we are fucking running.
This Will-o'-the-Wisp moves over to Ithram.
I already told you to get back.
Does a 12 hit you, Ithram?
No, it doesn't.
Misses.
Shield up.
Titania, you're no longer in the darkness.
Yay!
You can see vaguely the shape of what it was that had you, because there's a Will-o'-the-Wisp right next to it.
Okay, that's lovely.
You can also see where Ithram is.
Yep. Okay. Let's see.
I like that the Will-o'-the-Wisps and the other thing are mostly just annoyances. The big threat is the gloom.
I mean, the Willows are actually helping us.
Yeah, a little bit.
The Will-o'-the-Wisps are the mechanic that lets you still see in the darkness if you don't have magical dark vision.
They're the balancing. They are the balancing of this.
Yeah, it always comes with 4 Will-o'-the-Wisps so that you have some amount of location.
I have the off switch. It's Steel Wind Strike.
Yeah, turn the lights off.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yep. Not gonna do that yet.
Don't fucking do that.
I have a question that Titania may or may not know, but the ghost lantern, would that work in this? That light?
Very possibly.
Okay.
It's worked in undead, like in undead caused darkness before. Well, fall.
Okay.
Do you have it attuned?
I do.
Would you like to turn it on?
I would.
Yeah,
that's a bonus action.
All right. What's the range? What's the radius on it?
It is. Hang on. 30 foot, and then for bright light and dim light for an additional 30 feet. So 60 feet total. Here, I can do an aura.
I'm doing it for you.
Okay.
So yes, actually, the ghost. So as Titania lights the ghost lantern, the darkness peels away, and you can suddenly, except for those of you that are blinded inside of the gloom, you can all suddenly see through the darkness and see this roiling mass of shadows in the middle of it.
Excellent. That was my bonus action. What can I do?
I love the way the overlapping layers look.
It's
the
pretty
overlapping
cool.
auras.
Let's leave my 7th level down.
This is one of those boss fights that's like really visually interesting on Roll20.
Yep.
That's a touch spell. Sorry. I'm gonna conjure woodland beings at 4th level. They're gonna be swarming the moon. I think I'm gonna do.
What's the range on conjure woodland beings?
That is a good question. 60 feet.
Okay. And what are you summoning?
I am summoning.
Harassing with squirrels.
Blink dogs look pretty well. What do sprites look like? Looking for things with lights.
I don't think sprites have lights, no.
No, I don't think so.
We're not gonna find a lot of woodland beings for your spell that actually have like light features.
No, not until you get higher. Then you can get ones with like dancing lights and stuff. I'm gonna do 8 8 blink dogs. They're gonna swarm the moon thing and attack it.
All right. We got us some blink dogs.
Yep.
All right.
As Titania turns into Mr. Burns.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that
Alright,
they can both see
They're
and
all gonna
attack
bite. Yep.
it. All right. Let's see how they do.
Also, it looks like a lot of them have advantage.
By the way, I am so annoyed. I realized I should have used my reaction to attack with the gloom when it attacked Valdez, because I have set and I can attack things with it if they attack another creature within 5 feet of me.
There.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And if they
don't
attack
have
another creature,
If the creature is within 5 feet of me and it
Okay,
attacks
okay.
somebody other than me, I can use my reaction to make I can do an opportunity attack.
all right.
basically.
So let's see how these dogs do.
Yeah, it needs to be worded that way because
Miss.
theoretically, if someone
Point
attacks
behind.
your friend and they're within 5 feet of you, but you're not within 5 feet of the
Yeah.
monster, that would let you attack them with a weapon that couldn't reach.
Hit.
Great.
Yeah.
Hit.
Kill that
Hit.
thing. I don't think they're gonna kill that thing, but you know,
Hit.
Would
Worth
be
an effort.
they're
awesome if
keeping
they
it
did.
busy.
Hit.
Yep.
That's the important
That's all of them.
part.
So all but one hit, one crit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, all but 2 hit. No, all but 1. No, that's right. It doesn't have a lot of hit points.
3, 6,
That's what I figured.
9, 10,
I would
11.
1, 2, 3,
That was
4,
13.
5, 6. 1, 2,
13
3,
damage
4,
with
5,
resistance, if you
6.
count resistance.
That's only 6. That's only 6 attacks though. You said all but 1 hit, so there should be one more.
I clicked all of them. 1, 2, 3.
No, 2
4,
misses.
5, 6. Sorry, those 2 were not. That was 1. So actually, I need to roll 2 more.
Oh,
times.
yeah.
Okay.
Another crit.
13, 18, 20 damage if resistances.
They are fucking up that moon.
Excellent. Good doggies.
Good.
Death by 1,000 cuts. Well done, Titania.
And they're gonna stay there rather than teleport away.
All right. Will-o'-the-Wisp's turn. This Will-o'-the-Wisp is over here. Is going to try to shock the Echo.
I think they should definitely attack the blink dog.
He's going to try to shock the Echo. Does a 19 hit your Echo?
A 19 is my... an 18 is the Echo's armor class, I think. Hold on. Nope. Yeah, the Echo's armor class is 19.
All right, so it takes 5 points of lightning damage.
And there went any plans I had.
You still have your bonus action, so you can still summon it back. Oh, wait, no, you have to be able to see.
No, I can potentially...
Do you have to see where you're summoning it?
No, I don't think... yes, Space, you can see.
Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So are you blinded?
Even if that had happened, the
Oh,
plan
that's
couldn't
right,
have
yeah.
worked because it required a very specific set of I move the Echo, it grabs you as one of my attacks and pulls you out because it doesn't have disadvantage. I teleport and then we move.
All right, another Will-o'-the-Wisp's turn. This one moves over here to Ithram. Actually, no, it's moving over to the one that has the light, Titania.
You dare bring the warmth of light into my domain?
A 6 misses Titania, though.
Yes, it does.
Ithram.
So I can see this roiling black
You can see the
cloud.
roiling massive blackness and how it has engulfed both Kalerna and Valdeth.
I'm going to make an educated guess and really hope that this does not fucking do absolutely nothing. I'm going to pull my wand out, and then at the end of it, you're going to see a red flash, and then it turns into a bright green, and then I'm going to point and cast Disintegrate.
Hey!
Force damage.
So
There are very few things that are resistant or immune to force damage.
yep.
So it failed to save. It
But
failed to save.
It
Rolled an
79 points of force damage.
Woo!
Baby.
I tell you
Heck yeah.
to go fuck yourself.
It's still up.
Ah, it did take damage though.
It did take damage, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the gloom is struck by this beam of iridescent green light, and the entire thing just illuminates green for a moment before it settles back down.
Bonus action. What can I do on my bonus action? Besides drink another potion. I didn't use a cantrip, so nothing. I'm going to... yeah, I'm going to scoot a little bit closer over to this side.
All right.
Yeah, that's me.
Valdeth.
All right, bonus action. I'm dumping all 5 of my sen into third eye.
Okay. Which does what?
Adds 5 to my damage rolls
All right.
for the next minute. And then I can't get out of this thing, so I'm just going to fucking start swinging at it.
You are restrained.
21.
21 hits.
I'm going to pull the fucking trigger with a radiant shell. So 9 slashing, 14 slashing, 7 radiant, and I need an extra
slashing,
D10
14 radiant.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because the darkness is vulnerable to radiant damage.
That makes
2 more
sense.
radiant damage from the trigger pull.
All right.
$16.
16 hits.
Dope.
Fuck, god damn it. 16 slashing, 2 radiant.
With a final burst of radiant light, because it had 3 hit points before I added the 4 radiant damage, the darkness erupts, and suddenly you are no longer restrained or blinded. Same with Kalerna.
Go fuck yourself.
All right. Anything else in your turn?
5. No. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
All right. The Will-o'-the-Wisps, with their initial cover blown, are going to begin to fly back towards the cave. This one will make it. Gent.
Well, that makes life a little easier, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're aiming for the moon.
Attack the moon!
Attack the moon.
Great.
I'm going to try to blow up the moon.
Indeed.
Giant soldier of stone, attack the moon!
30 to hit
30 hits.
for 16 magical piercing damage.
Yugi,
Another
you know
30
you
to
can't
hit.
attack a field spell, right?
10 magical piercing damage. And fuck it,
And
why not?
It's dead.
Oh, okay,
on
cool.
the second shot.
Never mind then. Finger the profane towards the one near Ithram then. It's right in front of me. Why not? I don't know if Will-o'-the-Wisps take damage from necrotic, but it's 15.
It takes the hit, and no, they do indeed take damage from necrotic damage.
Okay.
All
Not
right.
as much, if I recall correctly, though.
No, they don't. They don't have resistance to it, or oh no, they do have resistance to it. No.
Personally,
Kalerna, you are no longer blinded or restrained.
Okay, I attack something.
There's a will-o'-the-wisp right next to you.
Yes, I see it.
A 30 hits.
8 plus 3 fire.
8 plus 1 fire.
16.
16 does not hit.
24.
24 hits.
7 plus 5 cold.
7 plus 2 cold. And it needs to make a con save. It failed. I think it dies right. I think
So it takes
minimum
11.
damage. Yeah,
it's
dead.
11 force damage.
It's dead.
Okay.
Nicely done. Oh, the moon left.
Moon was killed.
Oh, that's right.
Anything else on your turn, Kalerna?
Nope.
All right. Will-o'-the-wisp. Will-o'-the-wisp. This one flies away, provoking an attack of opportunity from Ithram.
You are muted, sir.
Booming blade. So, with the God, I have so many. There it is. 24.
24 hits.
So, let's see. There is staff damage, 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and 19 points of thunder damage, and if it continues moving, another 12 points
Booming
of thunder
Blade. I've suddenly realized where Booming Blade belongs as an attack of opportunity. When
Yeah.
something's trying to move.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Keep
dead.
moving.
It's dead.
Okay.
Go on. keep
Tanya,
running, bud.
it's your turn.
Ow. I'm gonna have my dogs come back to me. And they're gonna stare at the will-o'-the-wisp and then try and bite it like a dog with a laser pointer. That one's not gonna do anything. That one I'm just petting. So 7 of them attack the will-o'-the-wisp.
So it gets all that way and it just blinks to the other side of you.
Ooh.
Miss, hit, miss.
I was gonna say I rolled one of them and I got a crit.
Yeah, no, that's why I considered yours a
Okay.
hit.
All right.
Miss, hit, miss, hit. Oh no, sorry. One that was 7. Yeah. So hit. That's it's still up.
Okay. So then for my action, I'm gonna take my sickle and swing it at that thing.
Oh, yeah, advantage because you're flanking with a blink dog.
Ooh, okay. That makes it flat then. Oh wait, no, I don't have ability checks. Not
Yeah, ability checks, not attack
attacks.
rolls. Yep.
Cool. Okay.
You only got the
Yeah.
1 level of exhaustion.
Sweet. Here we go. Wherever it went. It's not there. It's a crit.
There you go.
It's dead. All right, all but one of them died. Cool.
Tell your
We don't
friends
have-
not
we
to
don't
fuck
get the
with
ach-
us.
We don't get the achievement.
Ithram. Unless actually anything else on your turn, Tanya?
Nope, that's it.
Ithram.
Are we running or are we going to try to hide?
Running.
I'd like to not fucking be here, please.
Okay.
Where do we want to be? I can try something I've never done before.
off
Can we
this.
go back to the world map?
Yeah.
I mean, they're still under threat, but yeah.
Sharkmouth Bay? Yep, that's the one.
Yes, if we could be on Sharkmouth, that'd be very nice.
All right, then. Everybody gather around, and he pulls out. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, he pulls out his Crystalline Chronicle. Fiddles with it a moment, and. All right, everybody. I'm not familiar with this place. Just a description. So.
Hang on. I'm gonna.
You can hear the sounds of more creatures coming from that hole.
Yeah. Real
Yes.
quick. I'm gonna do a mass cure wounds.
Okay.
While Ithram's doing this, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait because this
One
is only an
action.
action. Yeah. So is
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Can we get back to
did it not roll?
the other map? Thank you.
It didn't. I don't see it. Why did it not do it? I cast it.
It's probably asking what level you want to cast it at.
Nope. I cast it from D&D Beyond. And
Did it
that-
roll dice on D&D Beyond?
Nope. Here, let's just do this. So it's,
Try it again.
yeah.
There it goes.
There we go. Okay, everyone gets 15 hit points.
6.
Back to full.
Hey. Not so many bruises now. And yeah, once everybody's within 10 feet of me,
Yep.
Learn over here, please.
gonna cast teleport for Sharkmouth Bay.
I'm assuming you're not taking the dogs with you.
Can you take
How many-
any of them with?
1, 2, 3.
I've got
4.
8.
We can take 3.
Okay.
Pick your 3 favorite dogs, Titania.
Yes.
Leave the rest to die.
I mean, they don't die. They go back to where to
Leave
the
the
other
rest
plane
to
where
die.
they came
You could dismiss them, or you could let them suffer a grisly fate.
from. I'm going to dismiss them.
Okay. You keep 3.
I keep 3.
What are their names?
They're going away like not long after anyway.
No.
Like,
It's Titania,
we
Jeremy.
really
Do you think
need
she didn't
names?
name them?
Yeah.
We need names for the emotional impact of when they die in the teleport. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Ithram, go ahead and roll me a
No.
D100.
Sure.
Pippin.
Aim high.
Pippin.
Charlie. And Matilda.
Ooh,
That wasn't high.
That was not.
All right. So a mishap happens.
Yay!
Thank you for the cure wounds.
You're welcome.
I'll let you roll it, Ithram. Roll 3d10.
Oh no.
As everyone, including the dogs, takes 3d10 force damage.
I
I did tell everybody that I'd never done this before, so you
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
did.
all asked for it.
This is
No, we're going to this.
Why did
eyes
I
wide
roll
open.
so good?
I have 22 hit points.
roll another d100. Ithram.
Shit.
Let's see if we can chain mishaps in TPK right here.
Wait, is that a thing that happens?
That's a
Yes.
thing that can happen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
right, that's
no,
right.
my other
That's
94.
better.
All right.
That's
Okay.
better.
Okay.
94 is on target. So you all vanish. You feel this incredible pain that suffuses every fiber of your being, and then you reappear. And there's like a Looney Tunes moment as you're standing on water with a before
Bloody hell.
into the
Thank
water.
you for reading my mind.
As you all fall into the water of Sharkmouth Bay. It is
Hey.
freezing cold.
Over here.
Valdeth will swim to shore.
I was gonna say, how far offshore are we?
Not
Yeah.
very. You're sort of just off.
Okay.
You're just off that little inlet island of Sharkmouth
Okay.
Bay. you're just off that little island in the middle of it. So it's a minute swim to get up to shore.
It's much less than that for me because I summon my echo 15 feet. It moves 15 feet. I teleport. It moves 30 feet.
I would just like to inform everybody why we had this mishap, because without the mishap, I wouldn't have taken the 20 points of damage from my full potential of hit points, which is 89. I'm at 69. Nice.
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 That's the sole reason we had the mishap.
So
That's right. Yeah. No.
You
the
all
universe needed that to happen.
get to shore. You are freezing cold. In addition to all of the other things that ail you at the moment, but you are alive, and you are no longer on the Stowfill 8.
So next time, no island hopping.
Well,
At least not those islands.
Yes.
Yes, I am thinking that we should be perhaps rethinking that option.
Wood. We need wood. I'm looking for like driftwood, anything.
You're on sort of like a small barren rock that's in the middle of the bay. You can see that there are trees on the island proper, but everything around you is just rocky pebbles and sand.
Right. Okay.
So how far is it to a place that actually has trees and shit?
It's a good long swim.
But I can see the trees.
You can see them. You can see them, but it's a good long swim.
Okay. I'm gonna use. No, I have to have a tree here. Shit.
It has to be a tree.
Tanya,
here.
can you turn into something that's comfortable in cold water?
Oh yeah.
Or a large flying creature.
Or just, a flyer.
Oh, it's too late. I've turned into an orca. I've been waiting to turn into a whale.
There is now a beached killer whale on this island.
I'm assuming.
I jump forward.
There's half of a killer whale on the island and the other half in the water because you can't jump far enough to get full clearance for a fucking whale.
You're just sort of sitting in the shallows. Still beached.
Gent will go assist in launching the whale.
With a couple of freezing cold hands, you shove Titania into the water.
Titania, who probably feels very comfortable right now.
Oh yeah. Very, very nice.
You're on it. You're in island waters. This place is not deep enough for a whale.
Some of the islands I've been to, man.
I know this particular area is it's deep enough for the orca once you get off the shallows.
All right.
Plenty of places in the Sound where the orca could get within 10 feet of land, easy.
All right, so you swim across.
Yep.
Much easier to do in a suitable body than in your normal body.
Yeah, I'm like waiting there for like people to grab onto the fin and then go across.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So is anybody going to go with?
Oh, Gent is jumping on a dorsal right off.
Sure, Valdeth will do that as well.
All right. Ithram and Kalerna?
Swim.
Are you grabbing the tail?
Yeah, the one piece of the whale that's going to be going
Up
over
and down.
and under the water the most.
No.
I mean, she can come back. She can
Yeah,
stay.
It's either that or the mouth, really, at this point.
Yeah, we'll wait for I'm going to wait for the return trip.
Okay.
Yes, same.
So, Titania, you Gent and Valdeth make Constitution saving throws because this water is freezing cold.
I use shaped water to get all the cold water off of me and Kalerna while we're waiting,
15.
so we can warm up a little bit.
17.
All right, you two, you are freezing cold, but you don't get another level of exhaustion from it.
Yeah.
As you are hurried across the water to the far shore, where at this point the shore. It's strange. You do not expect an island to be this tropical looking as you get to the shore. Like, the grass is green, there are coconut trees, there are a variety of other trees.
And we're very far north.
Oddly, there is a wider variety of trees than you'd expect.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar to the Druid Grove back in Terra.
Yeah, this seems like Druid Island.
Interesting. So Gent's hand drifts away from his hand axe rather than towards as it was previously.
And Tanya, you swim back, get Clarinet
Yeah.
Ithram. Clarinet Ithram, give me Constitution saving throws as you are dragged to the water.
Brisk swim. 11.
On just a second.
You know what? I'm gonna make that a 13.
Great. Wonderful.
Oh, good.
Dang.
My connection to Roll20 came back. You said
Yeah,
Constitution?
no, mine.
Yeah.
Mine got interrupted too.
15.
You're both fine. As you're again freezing cold, but not exhausted, as you skip across the water over to the shore.
I am a follower of a goddess who lives in a lake. I think I am fine.
Not this cold of a lake.
That lake, okay? It is a fucking lake. God.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Commander, who are you screaming at?
I hear voices in my head.
Is the air temperature feel tropical as well on the island, or
It's not as warm as you would expect,
Okay.
but much warmer than you would. It's not as warm as you would expect a tropical island to be, but much
Right.
warmer than you would expect an island this far north to be.
okay,
Like it's comfortable.
right?
Tanya, do you,
Roll to eyeball it.
the orca is staring at the forest.
Yeah. Does it look like there's because
Titania, would you care to join us on land?
the orca size?
I'm guessing there's at least a little spout.
Yes. Look back out to sea. And I
You see,
turn. and
as
I
you look
switch
as you
back.
look back out to sea, you see a pair of dolphins skipping across the water.
Oh, I could go eat them. I turn back.
It's they're doing the so long and thanks for all the fish bit, or they're just like
Right, yeah.
fully upright,
Yeah.
supported by their tails, skipping backwards.
Yeah.
All right, you turn back
Bullshit
into
serial
Titania.
killers.
That was a nice swim. Wow,
Hmm.
this is weird.
This island seems to look a lot like a druid's forest, especially considering how out of place it is.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
If that's the
Um,
case, do you happen to know some more less intrusive ways to get us some firewood rather than just chopping a tree down? Because I feel like that might be offensive.
Color is like has a I like puts behind her back.
Yeah.
Can I? This is a weird way to use this spell, but I do have the like commune with nature prepared. Would
Uh-huh.
that give me like I think I'd cast that and as a ritual and kind of see what kind of sense I get of this of like what circle might be here if it's active, anything like that. I'm
Yeah,
kind
go
of
ahead and give me a So you cast a spell.
yeah.
You sort of sit down, embed your hands in the ground again. And just sort of get a feel for the area. This definitely feels like a holy island.
Okay.
To you. And you get a sense that that's probably why the necromancer is interested in corrupting it and the surrounding areas,
Okay.
and B, why it hasn't been yet.
Okay. That's why it hasn't been corrupted.
Yeah, you get a sense that this like the divinity of this island is sort of holding back the corruption coming from Sterile. You don't get a sense of any druids active on the island.
Okay.
And you remember that there are tritons that live around the island and off the island, not actually on the island itself. You
Okay.
imagine that
Might
the
be.
druids are probably members of the tritons.
Mhm, mhm.
If there are any druids that care for this island.
Okay.
So, thinking about that, you're thinking that's going to be Circle of the Stars, Circle of the Shepherd, and also Circle of the Land, but it would be coastal druids.
And then other weird question, because if this is a Druid's Grove, I would imagine there are like perimeter markings or something like that. Do I see any Druidic anywhere?
Yes, you as you sort of take a look around, you do see very clearly defined Druidic like symbols. Some painted on trees, some sort of. You can see that there are certain aspects of the undergrowth that have been grown in such a way as to indicate Druidic as a language, and you can actually read it if you orient yourself to it properly. You can read it.
Yeah. So as she's kind of standing there, she starts like tilting her head, like squinting, trying to make it out. Would I get to answer the question? Any sense of whether us camping here would be violating anything?
Make a history check, because these are circles that you haven't interacted with a whole lot ever.
Okay. Oh, I don't. Oh yeah, I would still have disadvantage. 15.
15. You're thinking about it, and as you're sort of looking around at the Druidic that's sort of scattered about. You're not certain. Like you imagine that any loose wood you could absolutely be free to take. But as you read the Druidic, basically there are warning signs. And because it's in Druidic, they're meant for druids. It's basically like be aware, this is holy territory, kind of general warnings. One that says if lost and require assistance, pick up a conch and blow. And then another bit that just says, welcome to the Grove of Phelan.
Phelan. Okay. Oh. Yeah, no, it's probably the Tritons who've been taking care of this. We can get help. We need a shell. We need a conch shell.
Does Valdez see a conch shell around?
Yeah, there are several fairly large conch shells on the shore.
Valdez picks one up and hands it to Son.
Like, do you mean one of these? And pulls out a pig head on a stick that he just found from somewhere.
No.
Valdez grabs a conch shell and hands it to Titania.
Okay. All right. And she's gonna blow into it as loud as she can.
T-Rex comes lumbering out.
There's just this
maybe
sort of loud, low sound as you blow into the conch shell, and it's ripple. You can actually see the water ripple in response as you blow into it, and you wait for a few minutes, and you wait. And then from the water, rising up without breaking the water line, like you see no ripples as this individual stands up. There is this tall, well-built, masculine-looking Triton, long green hair tied back in sort of a braided ponytail, holding a sort of like a driftwood quarterstaff, basically. Bare from the waist up, from the waist down, dressed in clothing that looks like it's sort of sewn or braided from ivy and seaweed and things like that. With a few shells here and there, and just like one small crab riding up on his shoulder, just like sort of like just dancing back and forth on the one shoulder.
Crab.
As this Triton steps up and out of the water. Welcome to the Grove of Phelan. How might I assist you? And that's where we're going to take a break. So if you're watching on Twitch, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. And remember, when we take our breaks, you take your breaks. So stand up, walk around, use the bathroom, stretch your legs, grab drink, grab food, whatever you need. We'll go back in just a few minutes. We're back. Hope everybody had a good break. I'm now drinking vanilla Coke coffee, as opposed to the caramel Coke coffee I was drinking earlier. So, a Triton has just stepped up out of the water. And asked what he can help you with.
Hi, I'm Titania Valkorian, journeyman druid of the Royal Forest in Terra, and we just got off of Stoffel 8. It was bad. We're injured. The rune said you could offer assistance or a place to rest. We were thinking about making a campfire. I didn't know if that was a bad idea.
I understand. He looks around, walks over.
Also, we're here to kick the ass of whatever's over on Sterile Terra over there.
That too.
Well, I wish you luck then. And he walks up the beach past you to one of these trees that are marked with Druidic. Puts a hand on it, leans in, and says something in Druidic. Titania, you can hear he's basically asking the tree if it wouldn't mind parting with some wood. And as he asks the question, there's a cracking sound, and a fairly large tree branch with several other tree branches off of it just falls and hits the ground. It turns and looks. I believe the forest has offered you this.
Thank you.
It's almost a quarter of a cord.
Thanks.
You are free to make camp wherever you feel like. Please, I would only ask you do not hunt any of the natural wildlife on the island.
We've got rations, we'll be fine.
Question. How many of them are likely to hunt us?
None.
Oh, well then, I see no problem.
If you have need, I would offer you rooms, but I see that none of you can breathe water, so all of our buildings are submerged.
We'll stay
right
above
now.
the waves.
Rest well, and I wish you luck
Thank
in your
you.
endeavors. Is there any information you would ask before I leave?
If you have any knowledge or maps of the layouts of Xterra, or any passing information that might still be helpful in our journeys to try and solve the problem.
None that would be current, unfortunately. The sea around Xterra is rife with the dead. Both those that swim and those that do not, guarding its presence.
Fact alone is good information to have. We can fly in rather than try and go over the water.
The skies are also riddled with the dead. I'd be careful no matter how you approach.
Smoke it is then.
We can tell you there is a large fortress of bone situated along the northwestern portion of the island is actually separated by a ravine. It is nigh unscalable for most mortal means. A large, craggy spire of rock that juts out of the ocean. Atop that is where there is a fortress of bone. I would assume that the threat you seek to excise resides there.
Good to know.
Might we know your name? That you offer us this hospitality?
He did tell you his name.
Sorry, I missed it then.
Yeah, he introduced himself as Phelan.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I've marked on the map where he indicated the Fortress of Bone is.
If we're successful, hopefully that makes life easier for all of you who live here year-round then.
Well, it certainly would. We routinely lose our good young men to the threat of undeath that constantly encroaches, so...
We'll do our best to solve this as quickly as we can then.
I appreciate it. If you further need, simply use the conch. And
Thank you for your aid.
He nods his head, turns, walks back into the water, and again, as he walks, he doesn't disturb the water at all as he steps back into it and disappears.
We need to get one of those things that my dad has. Tower.
Oh, like a floating. This is.
A portable tower. Yeah.
I have something that is similar to that is not so much on this plane. But it is one of the more intensive of spells that I've recently been learning of.
Oh.
Maybe tomorrow after we've... maybe not tomorrow. Maybe once we've picked up a few more reagents.
Good to know.
Sorry, Mara? You were
Right
trying
now
to...
we have a whole forest. So.
I need marble and a silver spoon.
Well, of note, we've been here. Does that potentially make your teleportation easier? And you've been collecting rocks from other places. Would it be good to collect some items from this island to be able to come back to it easily?
I mean, we've got a conch shell.
Yes, I was going to say, but I don't know if those might be... I could grab a rock, but any item from this beach should do. Strip of wood, driftwood perhaps.
If we need to, we can, now that we've made the journey and now that you've attained this level of teleportation mastery, we can retreat, gather reagents and resources, and come back when we're fully armed and prepared.
We could. It reduces the chance, but there is still possibility of a not so smooth teleportation like the one we had just now. Normally it is painless from what I've read and from what the indications of
Well,
the spell that I've learned.
technically with an associated object, it makes it impossible to fail. Unless something's fucking with your teleport.
Right. Well, be that as it may. Do we want to continue this to the end, or do we want to call this a placeholder? Spend the night, recoup back home tomorrow and days following, and then come back when we're...
I don't have anything that I would need to gather other than just going straight into this, so I'm as ready as I'll ever be. But if anyone else has things they might need, we can gather those and come back.
This would be purely for comfort. I'm fine with finishing this out while we are here.
Tanya?
I want to stay here. I want to rest here.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not in question. We're going to rest here, but whether or not we continue on to Terra in the morning.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
Yes. We can recon at least, right?
Essentially.
See what's there.
Yes. As I pop Mal out of the pocket dimension I've been holding him in. So we're like over here. What part of the bay are we in? North side, south side, east side?
Here, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
The closest part of the bay to the island that you teleported onto.
Yeah. I could send Mel ahead of or with you. I don't have anything other than summoning a dragon to aid.
Oh wait, to go
To
scout?
scout, yes.
I'm not scouting today.
Okay.
Was my last. The whale was my last.
All right.
Wild shape. I can turn someone into something, but there are things in the water, he said, so
And in the
someone
air.
will be wise. Yeah.
If we're going to approach, we'll want to do it carefully.
And quietly. I can help with
We'll
that
also
too.
have to see with what our options are, if there's any possibility of approaching without being noticed.
Let's see. Do have something. I'll spend a minute to prepare what is it? Dragon Pact. Swapping the prepared spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna swap out Enlarge Reduce for Dragon Pact, and then I'm gonna cast.
But you could
Dragon.
enlarge the dragon. No. They're both concentration spells. You can't actually do that.
Yeah. And I'm going to cast Dragon Pact, and I'm going to summon an older fairy dragon.
Do fairy dragons have age categories?
Yes, there is a younger and there's an older.
Oh.
The older one basically has more available spells.
Since the older one looks more like a dragon.
Yes, that too. I mean, they use the same art, but let's see.
There's a little blue dragon with pink a pink ridge and butterfly wings appears. It's tiny.
I like that.
Yeah, it has red fringes. And I'm going to ask if you would fly as far as you could before you leave this plane, and from a distance see what creatures and relay what you can, what creatures you see in the sky.
You hear in your brain, because it speaks through telepathy. My telepathy has a limited reach. I'd have to come back.
That's yes. So before you're to return to the your plane, come back here. See what you can. I know that you won't be able to make it across the island, but I have Mal to get farther.
There is a reflective glimmer of light, almost like a rainbow sheen, as the fairy dragon vanishes, and you can
that's
feel
why
it.
I chose it.
You can feel it take off.
While the fairy dragon's going places, Gent wants to sort of rack his brain and see if he knows anything specific about liches in particular. Does he have any knowledge about what we can expect, what sort of things we should be prepared for, that kind of thing?
Religion check with disadvantage, because you're trying to pull it out of the scraps of your brain with no access to a library or anything.
I'm sending Mal after the fairy dragon. It'll just he'll just go out farther.
I have it on disadvantage. Let me roll it again. 17.
17. So yeah, you're thinking about all the things, because you did do quite an extensive amount of reading before you came. And you're thinking about the typical lich. You know that they can paralyze with a touch. You know they can cause fear with their gaze.
Okay.
You know that they can drain you of life with certain abilities. Depending on how powerful of a lich it is, it could just outright kill you. And you know that you do know the typical liches have phylacteries, destroy the phylactery to destroy the lich.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't destroy the phylactery, the lich will just reappear next to the phylactery, and then you'll have an angry lich.
Right. Who also probably knows who you are.
Who definitely knows who you are. They are wizards. They are former wizards. I mean, no, technically they're current wizards.
Current undead wizards.
They are wizards who have sold their soul.
Oh no, they're wizards who have sold other people's souls.
I mean, the traditional, it changes obviously from setting to setting, method of learning how to become a lich is a deal with a demon or a devil.
I know, and they can also just like feed other people's souls to a phylactery and use that to constantly power themselves.
Yeah, but that's how they sustain themselves once they become a lich. The like, how do I become a lich is usually like deal with a devil to gain that knowledge.
Anyways,
Do you want to camp on the shore here or further inland?
I think T-shirt is probably okay. I don't know.
Okay.
We may want to go inside the tree line, and just in case it has creatures try to probe from there, not far into it, but
Do we have anything that prevents people from being frightened or paralyzed?
I have things that can help, and I would be able to.
I can't be frightened while I carry this blade, she says,
Yes.
indicating the Dracolit spine blade, but that's the only thing I've got.
I can make a big meal. I have Hero's Feast.
That would probably work better.
And I got, did I end up getting it or did I not? I don't think I actually bought it. If we go back to Terra, I can get it. You have to get some really nice bowls and silverware and stuff.
I thought you had bought
Really
one.
fancy. Did I buy one?
no, you bought diamonds for Revivify.
I bought diamonds for Revivify and like dust for greater restoration. I don't have on my sheet that I have the
Well, yeah, because you didn't have the spell previously, and why would Titania plan ahead in that regard?
Well, I mean, I did have the spell. It's a 6th level spell.
Oh, is it a 6th level? Okay.
Yeah, it's a 6th
Yeah.
level.
Which one are we talking about?
Heroes.
Heroes
Feast.
Feast.
Hero's
Oh.
Feast. Yeah, 6th level spell. So if we go back to Taram, we can get that, and that will help a lot against that. So I look up the specifics on it. Where is that dang spell? Somewhere here, 6th level. There it is.
Well, it's the spell.
Cure. You can't get sick. You can't be poisoned or frightened, and you get advantage on like getting rid of that gloom thing. So,
I mean, that's
well, not that
very
gloom thing
good.
specifically because it's saving throws.
Yes, if we can do
Yeah.
that, that would be very helpful.
So do we want to head back in the morning to get those kinds of spell reagents that we might be missing for our 2 spellcasters?
Does the dinner thing help with getting paralyzed?
No, it doesn't help with that. But I have other spells that can help with that.
Oh, all right.
Restorations and things. And those aren't too difficult. Because less restoration, I think, helps with paralyzed. So,
All right.
yeah. Yep. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it does. Yep.
Yeah.
Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Mhm.
Gotta hope it's not you that gets paralyzed.
Yeah.
That would be the idea.
Yeah.
I can cure paralysis. Titania's paralyzed.
Listen, you got lots of problems to worry about there. Keep your druid alive.
Right.
Uh,
All right.
yeah.
No, that would be quite helpful. I'm starting to think spend the night, recoup in the morning, and then once we're well and fully supplied, come back here, spend a day preparing, and then
I don't want to
engage
wait
the
too
island.
long. There's that island. We don't know where the island's going to drift next, and I don't know. I don't want to leave this too long.
No, that's fair.
So.
I seriously doubt the island's going to get here within the next week, though, as fast as it was traveling.
Impulse. Maybe it's got turbo power or something.
That it would be exactly the sort of thing that would happen. Yes.
Remember
no,
the
you're
plane?
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Remember the airship? It has turbo.
I don't know.
Impulse just goes vroom, and
Yeah.
the island is now faster.
Impulse goes
Yep.
burr.
But I can get us back here too, Ithram. If you don't want to, if we don't want to risk a mishap.
Now that we've been here and I have this, and he picks up a rock.
Now that I have this.
The chances of us having any real trouble is minimal, but it would expend the highest of my limits.
I have more, so I can get us back here. I'll remember this tree.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Or just touch it.
Really?
No, I'm
Really?
I'm fucking with you.
Okay.
I haven't made you make that to remember any other trees that you've actively thought about
Good.
remembering.
No,
so.
you did. I think you have done. You
Only
did
for-
it for Everstone.
Yeah, only because you didn't actually make the notion to remember a tree, so you were trying to
That's
remember
fair.
a tree.
That's fair. I am remembering a tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
You take an action to remember this tree. You now have it.
Sweet.
Just, tree saved to
Tanya will
memory.
remember this tree. What book? This trees. The trees that I have known and loved.
Well, I'll take first watch then.
Of all the trees that
I will take second as is per the usual.
I'll take last.
I'm fucking exhausted, so I'm going to sleep.
Oh yes, that is also a thing, but it's fine. I still get rest.
Right. So you split into watches.
Don't worry about it.
Who's on first watch again?
Again.
All right. Very shortly after your watch begins, you feel something land on your head.
Is it a fairy dragon?
I mean, you can't see anything, but you can definitely feel something there. And then in your brain,
Pat, pat, pat.
in your
pat,
brain,
pat.
Ithram's asleep.
I can pass on a message.
And then it disappears. Because you can't keep concentration when you're asleep.
Well, I would have stayed. I would have
Okay.
stayed awake
Okay,
until it
okay.
returned.
Yeah. I figured.
Yeah, it lasts an hour, and I just realized that I can pick up. I have planar binding, so now I can pick up some stuff to make that last longer.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
Heyo.
It lands on Kent's head, and then Ithram, you hear in your brain. The skies above the island teem with undead life. I saw skeletal dragons amongst other creatures.
You just hear from the ground. His eyes are still like he's resting. He's not asleep. You just hear, "Wonderful." Thank you.
There also seem to be similar creatures below the waves. Massive skeletal creatures. I could not get close enough to see the island proper, though.
Skeleton dragon turtles.
All right. Thank you.
Skeletal Krakens, skeletal Leviathans. Which is impressive, considering Leviathans in D&D are just bodies of water.
Krakens. Do Krakens have bones other than the beaks? There's just a beak floating around like
it's
Pac-Man
just a
style.
disembodied. It's a beak with a bunch of just like loose cartilage hanging off of it.
Yum.
It's like the world's worst jellyfish.
So he'll sit up partway through and so Gent. There
Yes.
appears to be a large number of skeletal creatures, as was mentioned, in the sea, and at least some skeletal dragons and other winged forms patrolling the skies as well.
Hmm.
I have an idea for how to get us there. I just need. It will have to be once we've gotten everything from Taraman prepared.
All right. Is there anything you're going to need from us?
From you all? No. If Mel returns while you are still on watch, please ask him to go get as close as he can to Exter, and if he can, retrieve a rock.
Yeah, I was going to say, you need a rock from the island, don't you?
Yes.
At which point, Mal lands.
Just in time.
Damn it. I'm giving them it. No, go right ahead.
By all means. Mel, I'm going to need you to, as safely as you can, retrieve a rock from the Isle of Exter.
Mal gives you. Mal's a hawk right now.
Yes.
So hawks always have this look of like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" on their faces.
Yeah, the constantly furrowed brow.
Yeah, they always have that kind of look. But even with that, you get
Don't look at me
"Are
like
you
that."
fucking kidding me?" look.
Don't you give me that fucking look.
All right, Mal, I've got a very simple job for you. Fly over to Lanublar, get me a T-Rex egg. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, I just need you to go grab a rock. Okay, where do you need the rock from? From this island of death. No.
Shoot here, the fairy dragon.
I believe if you fly low enough, but not low enough to be snatched out of the water, you should be fine. But if not, if you aren't returned by morning, I'll bring you back and apologize.
Gent, you feel a weight on your head go away as the fairy dragon disappears.
All right, then.
There's a little wet spot as you rub your hand there.
Yeah, I figured.
Mal flies off.
Well, hopefully I see him in the morning. That's why I got
Remember, cut
these.
two.
Yep. Yeah.
You feel
6
the
hours
Starbucks
later,
in the
halfway
forest.
across the channel, just tentacle reaches up.
The skeletal dragon swoops out of the sky. Dinner. All right. So aside from that, first watch is very peaceful. Like you're sort of sitting around, you're hearing the sounds of animals on the island and the sound of the water crashing against the shore. And you never once feel like your life is being threatened.
That's unusual. He's slightly concerned.
Nothing is trying to kill me. What's going on?
This is weird. I don't like it.
Chill me.
Who's on second watch?
Kaluna.
That would be I.
Clarna? Same thing. Never once throughout the entirety of your watch do you feel any manner of threat.
Okay.
Like, not even there might be something out there in the darkness. It's like, no, it strikes you kind of weird that you're not even concerned as you're on watch. Like, there's nothing at all provokes concern of an attack.
Interesting. That just makes me all the more paranoid.
I mean, yeah, as it would. But second watch ends peacefully, and third watch is who?
Ithram. He's
Same.
gonna start scribing while he's.
So you wake up
keeping
and
watch.
Mal's not back.
I try to summon him back.
Nothing comes.
Well, shit. All right. Summon him in the morning, like I told him. And then he's gonna spend the time on his watch starting to scribe, create Magin,
All right.
whatever that spell is
Yeah.
from Valnaroth's spellbook.
Create Magen, yeah.
Magin. It says incomplete. Does that mean the spell is incomplete and I have to finish it?
Yeah.
Or
So as you're sort of going over it and looking through it, it seems like he was in the process of figuring it out himself. So you've got pieces of it, but the spell's not complete.
Okay. I will work on finishing that then.
In our contract.
Ooh. 28.
It was close enough to completion that you complete it. You don't have enough time to describe it, but you do complete the spell.
Okay. Well, yeah. I was just wondering how much progress, because it takes me, I think it's 2 hours per spell level.
Yeah.
And 50 gold, so it'd take me 14 hours to
Yeah,
scribe it anyways.
You wouldn't get any progress in scribing it.
Okay.
But
I can start scribing it now.
Yeah, now you over the course of your watch you do finish the spell, and so now you can start to scribe it.
Okay. Scribable.
And again, same thing with you. Like it never even occurs to you that you might be under threat over the course of your watch.
Just because of how he normally rolls when he is on watch, that's pretty par for the course.
And you all wake up. Those of you that had a little exhaustion no longer have it, and you regained all the things.
You wake up to midway through Ithram ritual casting, find familiar.
At which point, Mal's back.
Yep, he's a hawk again. Well, can you at least tell me what got you?
He cocks the head and looks at you.
I am sorry for sending you into there, but we had to try.
You realize that this is not the same face spirit that you normally summon.
Fuck. That.
Morning.
What
Good
is your name?
morning.
It gives you an impression that it doesn't have a name, and so
okay.
we'll accept Mal.
No.
Mal.
No, I'm not gonna.
That is not going to work for me.
You are malcontent. No.
So, for clarification, that's unusual, correct? Normally,
Yes,
even if you're familiar, it gets busted. If you find familiar, you pull the same one back.
That's why he said fuck.
Yes,
This is
What's happening?
I asked Mel to retrieve a rock from Exter because the fairy dragon returned last night and informed me, and then I informed Ghent that there is a number of skeletal creatures patrolling the sea and the air. At least one skeletal dragon that they were able to spot while they were flying, and larger creatures in the sea.
Ooh. Okay.
I told Mel I would resummon him in the morning if he did not return. But this is not Mel, and I specifically requested for him with this spell. This is troubling.
Make an Arcana check for me.
Didn't make that as well.
22.
Yeah, if you want.
Yes.
29.
Again, you're not 100% familiar with how familiars work, and not having one of your own.
I'm unfamiliar with familiars. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
you're unfamiliar with familiars. But it sounds like something happened, like something bad happened to Mal. At that,
Right.
if you normally summon the same thing every time you summon it, then yeah, no, that means that entity doesn't exist anymore. Which
Or is trapped.
404
Or is
familiar
trapped,
not
yeah.
found.
no, like either doesn't exist or is trapped.
Someone became phylactery food.
Ithram, Lich's Island. Liches feed souls to phylacteries.
Yep, he got caught.
Didn't get killed. Got ate.
Yep. That.
I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul.
So, what is out there that can consume or whatever of familiar spirit?
Very bad.
Would I know? Would I be able to take a guess at what kind of undead creatures might be on the island that could do that?
Shades, shadows, anything native to the Shadowfell specific, can typically directly fuck with fey creatures.
Yeah, and it had to be fast too because he was pretty quick.
So
Or sneaky.
Yeah, fast or sneaky. Shadow dragon, basically any denizen of the Shadowfell or the negative energy plane, which is the step beyond the Shadowfell.
Yeah.
For those unfamiliar, you have the material plane, the Shadowfell, then the plane of negative energy, where the really bad shit lives.
Yep.
There is no bright side there. It's all bad.
Both of these planes want to kill you if you're mortal. This one wants to kill you more.
Oh, like the things in the Shadowfell want you dead because you're a speck of life in its realm. In the negative energy plane, you just die from being there. Period. End of sentence.
It kills the living.
Because you get flooded with negative energy. Because it is a plane composed entirely of negative energy.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Fun fact, same thing happens if you go to the positive energy
I
plane.
guess.
You get healed till you explode.
This is regrettable.
Sorry, what was that, Jack?
So we'll have to see what we can acquire when returning to Taram, and then come back, and now we rescue Mal on top of everything else then.
I hope it would be nice if he was caught there. But
I mean, I don't know terrible much about liches, but from all the horror stories, being a soul in a phylactery is a slow and agonizing end.
that's assuming he was given to the lich. Any number of creatures on that island could have devoured him if he was caught unawares.
Now, then, while I would hate to say that Mal's destruction is beneficial in any way, if we were able to confirm that he was fed to the phylactery, that would at least confirm that the phylactery is somewhere accessible nearby.
It would.
I can try and scry on him. Possibly.
Oh no, you know he's not accessible, Ithram, because you would have been
Yeah.
if he still had a corporeal form, you would have been able to summon him back.
Yeah, even through a force cage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's most likely been destroyed entirely.
Well, that's something we're going to try and either reverse or make sure it doesn't happen to anything else. So let's get back to Taram and get spell components, see if there's anything else we can acquire. I might ask since we're going to probably have to rest here on the island before we, try and go over to Exhare, right? We don't really want to go down any large spells. I might want to talk to my druid circle. We can see who else might we be able to talk to about getting resources for this. Because it seems like
potentially.
Yes, they use it.
Things that tend to explode in unexpected ways, though.
Sometimes
So
exploding is the point.
We launch it from a distance
Fair.
then.
Fair. All right.
Get the food making machine again, and
Yeah.
Right, and just
drop
food golems
Also-
onto the island.
just airdrop the food making machine.
Also, Gent, come here for one moment.
oh,
Distills magic aura.
Boop. You're a plant. Boogie woogie.
There you
woogie.
go.
I mean, there's also at least one Griffin company that specializes in destroying the undead that you could talk to.
Yeah, she's just about to bring that up. Also, should we maybe go and talk to the Iron?
Fine.
What?
I think she said the Ivory Legion, but I think got internet fucked.
Oh, did it cut me off? Sorry. Yeah,
bit.
Ivory Legion.
It came out as the Asian.
Sorry. Yeah, Ivory Legion.
We can stop by Grifftop, and if they happen to be in town, I'll go talk to them.
It
Okay.
doesn't have to just be you.
Ithram dismisses his familiar.
Have you thought of a name yet?
No, not in the pocket plane. He sends it back to the Fey plane.
Oh, okay. It's completely dismissed.
Yeah.
Aw.
You had a brand new Fey soul that was there to serve you, and you just sent him back.
Yep.
Yep. Mm.
It's not now.
God, why are you
Not
a
my
monster?
fake soul.
Why are you a monster?
It's fun.
So you,
All
it's
right,
from
how-
I.
I can get this to Tram, no problem. 1 second.
Or shall we split up and have one group go to Grifftop and one to Taram, since we have a few things to do?
I mean,
Yes,
we
if-
could if we want to cover more
Yes.
territory.
We would need someone with the actual capacity to link us back together at that point.
We
Standing
have our
right here.
earrings.
No, like
Yeah.
physically to teleport.
Oh, yeah.
Standing
Well,
right here.
if I go to Taram,
We
I
don't
can
have
get back to Grifftop.
The thing is, we don't have a teleportation circle in Grifftop, so you'd be spending your actual big teleportation to get to Grifftop or back.
Oh,
I
but
was
we're also
planning-
spending the night again anyway.
Yes, and I was planning the reagents I would need are more easily accessible in Taram.
Oh, okay.
I was going to.
All right.
There.
Never mind.
Let's
Okay.
all go to Taram, and then if people need to go to Grifftop, Titania can take us there.
And back.
And back even, so.
I can do it 3 times now. Tree
Alright.
striding.
You can do it 3 times.
There and back again.
Yes.
So, you gather together. Ithram forms a teleportation circle,
Yep. Mark off one of my charges.
and you teleport back to Taram. What are you looking for in Taram?
I'm going to look for at least one gem worth 1,000 gold, or 1,000 gold as a reagent for planar binding, and then I am also going to need a piece of polished marble, a tiny silver spoon, and a bit of ivory, all worth 5 gold a piece.
You can find all of those listed at price.
Okay.
I get
Oh,
2
it's 15
gem encrusted
gold.
bowls for
You
heroes.
can find that listed
2.
at price.
I don't know why I didn't just think about this shortcuts the need to even check. We can confirm first. Valdeth puts her link pearl in her ear. Hey, Adam, she sends to him. Do you happen to be in Grifftop right now?
You get a response back. No. Undead Null Warren. Why?
Looking actually for your advice on potentially fighting a lich.
Cool. Being Grifftop in a day?
Cool, we'll see you there tomorrow then.
You don't hear the sound of an undead gnoll being murdered, but you can imagine it.
It's there. I don't have to hear it to know it's there.
Gent is headed to the Izzets, and while he doesn't probably know precisely the name of what he's looking for, his player is looking for oil of slipperiness.
Roll me a D100.
$76.
You find someone willing to. They don't have oil of slipperiness, but they do have. What they refer to as an oil of transcendent grease.
Sorry, what?
Oil of transcendent grease.
Those are definitely words you just said.
That sounds good enough.
And
How many bottles of that do they have?
It's currently in its experimental phase. You can have a jug.
Okay. For how much?
Just report back how it works. Keep accurate notes, they say.
You've come to the right person.
This is the thing about the Izzet. Sometimes you just get shit for free. It might be dangerous and it might be good, but you get it for free.
And then he'll pause and ask the person who's giving this, what sort of hypotheses are you testing with it? What are your expected or results? What's this intended to be designed for?
It should act as a lubricant so fine, nothing can hold you down.
Am I going to fall out of my clothes, do you think?
That would be a good outcome.
It's just pure poison that will release you from your mortal coil.
Right. Your soul just slips right out of your body, man. It's like...
Yep, it's gone.
I was just thinking you just slip straight through matter itself and fall into the fucking core.
Well,
just gone.
We've created the oil of Instagib.
all right.
This would be great to douse a lich with.
Report back and we'll see what has happened.
You have 5 doses. Or 5 uses of it.
5 uses of it. All right.
It's basically just like it's basically like a paint can. Just,
okay, right.
It's like a paint can, and if you look inside it, it's filled with this weird smelling clear liquid that's kind of viscous. As you
yeah, it's got a little weight to it. Yeah.
It smells kind of like a really old tree.
Okay. Titania, love this.
Like a really old tree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
The phrase Titania will love this is a little bit awkward when you're holding a jug full of basically lubricant.
Super lube.
No, I mean, depending on what this does, he might be like, so this has no combat potential. However, I know a few businesses down in Genties that would like probably a couple hogsheads of this.
All right, so you get a free jug of lube.
Hell yeah.
Tanya gets 2 cups, and Ithram has some jewelry. Seems like a fun time. Anything else that anyone's getting while you're here?
It's a Steel Hearts weekend.
I
Does
only
anyone?
got one.
Yeah. Does anyone want? Because I realized I use a lot of spells that have concentration. So I'm not using the Wand of Frost a whole lot. Does anyone have a free slot and would like that? Or I'm gonna see if I can trade it for something.
What is it?
A Wand of Paralysis. It's a hold person wand.
Yeah. Hold on just a second.
It takes an attunement slot.
Right.
Does it require attunement by a spellcaster or just anyone?
I think it's anyone.
Does not say so. Yeah. Wand has 7 charges.
No,
while
I am
holding
all
it, you can use
attuned
an
up.
action. Okay.
Yeah, so is Gens.
No,
Alright.
Wand of Paralysis does require attunement by a spellcaster.
Oh, it
It
does.
does.
Yeah, it says
It does.
Wand
That's at
Rare
the top.
brackets requires attunement by a
So
spellcaster.
I looked at this. Okay.
Mhm.
Darn it.
You, Gent, or Ithram could use it, and that's it.
And Ithram gave it to me. So I assume you don't want it back.
No, I was planning on selling the last one before it broke.
Okay. I think she's just gonna look around. I don't know, like, I, the player, don't know off the top of my head if anything would be useful for, besides things that could help with saving throws, but nothing would stack with the moon sickle, right? Because it already gives me +2.
Yeah, correct. As we enter into the prepare for Lich phase.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing.
TPK. TPK.
TPK.
Technically, you don't have to kill. Technically, you don't have to kill the Lich. You just have to get the Soul Stone away from it.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, one of us has to kill the Lich. It's kind of their God-given quest right now.
No, one of you has to purify the island, not kill the Lich. There is.
No, one of us has to kill the Lich now.
Let's not fool ourselves into thinking we can purify this island without killing the Lich.
I mean, you know, just get a 20th level cleric on the horn and say, "Hey, can you
bring your god up?"
Your god, right?
Oh, that reminds me. I have to see if this requires anything.
But yeah, after his foray for experimental lubricants is finished, Gent will just rejoin up with whoever's closest.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Foray of so yeah, Get returns to the group with a paint can.
What is that?
Experimental lubricant.
What for?
Well, I've done some research, and apparently there are certain oils that make an individual immune to paralysis for a period of time just across the board. So I thought I'd go see if anybody over at the Izzet College made those. They don't, but they do make this, which is apparently something similar and experimental, so it was free, which is the best cost.
We don't know what it does.
Does it have...
No, we'll have...
no, if they gave it
you
to
could
you
identify it, possibly, maybe.
I could try, definitely. Hand it here, and I will ritually cast Identify.
Identify comes back with no information. You get question marks.
That is concerning.
Maybe it's so slippery, Identify can't even get a hold of it.
Yet it stays in this metal bucket.
Right? That was the part that made me very interested, was the fact
Keep
that...
the metal bucket. Keep it forever.
Yes, no. This is a very powerful metal bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
spend
what I
another
was
10
Are we
minutes.
sure this metal bucket isn't the phylactery?
Yeah.
If
What's
it
the
is,
metal-
we're already well ahead of the game. There's 5 measures in here. If now that everybody's back together, I could try one out and we can see what happens.
Sure, why not?
All right.
I
Bang.
so getting is this something Dispel Magic would I be able to nullify a dose of this if it was applied?
You have no idea.
All right. Well,
Identify didn't
Experimental.
tell you anything.
Yep.
It's the first time Identify's ever not told you something.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not using that on me.
Nope, it's going on me. And Gent starts greasing himself up.
All right, you start greasing yourself up.
My immediate thought was gravity.
You grease yourself up. It takes an action.
Okay.
You slather the grease all over yourself and your clothes.
Yep.
I prepared Dispel Magic just in case.
So you are covered in grease.
All right.
What do you do now?
Somebody try and paralyze me.
One moment. Fiddle with my Crystalline Chronicle. And swap out Tasha's Mind Whip for Hold Person, and you need to make a DC 18.
You're immune to hold person.
I was gonna say I do not have magical methods to paralyze you. Only non-magical ones.
How about
See
this?
All right.
And I cast Hold Monster.
You're immune to hold monster.
Anything?
I try to grapple Gent.
You can't grapple. He's scraping on your hands.
Seems to be doing the job for now.
All
For the
right.
sake of
Well, we've got
propriety, I
4
will avoid doing mine.
Well, now I'm curious, Kalina.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I kick him in the balls.
Your foot slides right off. You're immune to bludgeoning damage.
Woo!
Now we wait for the side effects.
All right. Well, we'll see how long this lasts then.
I try
That
and set
was
him
going
on
to be
fire.
my
To try to sit down on a chair.
You try to set him on fire?
Yes,
Nothing happens.
it's
You're
oil.
immune to fire damage.
There you go.
I'm going to
Gent
try
doesn't
this
try to
very.
sit down
I'm
and
Do we
going to
want
try
to see how far these go?
Yeah, I
Just
do.
pull out my
I'm
sword.
I'm going to try this very carefully, Gent, and I'm going to try and cut him with the radiant sword
Nothing happens. You're immune to slashing damage.
and radiant
And
damage.
radiant damage.
I try to stab you with the thing and do cold damage.
You're immune to cold damage and slashing damage.
What about
You-
piercing? I take a stick and poke you.
Psychic.
Immune to psychic damage, immune to piercing damage.
I mean, I can't do psychic. To be
Oh,
clear.
okay, yeah.
Gent goes
That
and
was
tries
her-
to
that
walk
was- that was
through
color
a
to
closed
collie now.
door.
You can't walk through the door now.
Okay. Well, we found one thing I can't do.
This is just fucking Baldur with all of the people
I'm
of
just-
Asgard just trying to fucking shoot him with arrows.
That did not
Just-
turn out well for
No,
Baldur in
no,
the end,
this is
I should
great.
Point out.
Yeah,
But
because
again,
Loki's a dick, but yes.
Gent
I'm
goes
gonna-
and tries to sit down in a chair.
You can't sit in the chair. You're immune to sitting.
He just slides right out. Whee!
Can
Somebody
you
try-
get back up?
Does somebody have sleep? Well, you're
Yes,
not. Never mind.
I'm a half elf. That's not going to work even
Yeah,
on a normal day.
that is fair.
How about this? And I use Sapping Sting. So you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
What's the damage type?
Necrotic.
You're immune to necrotic damage.
But if he fails to save, he
Does he
falls
fall?
prone. Is he immune to
Yeah.
falling
You're
prone?
immune to prone.
Did we already try force damage?
Can we get more of this?
I've got 4 more doses. Of
Okay,
this.
here's the better question though, Gent. Can you pick up your gun and shoot it?
Ooh, that is a good question. He tries to pick up his gun and shoot it.
Your gun goes flying out of your hand. You're immune to holding guns.
I transform.
The figure of the profane just
figure-
falls off. You're immune to transforming.
I mean,
This is
important question.
fantastic.
When the gun went flying, did it go off?
No, just clatter to the ground.
Can somebody put that on a table for me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
as soon
pick it
as
up and-
soon as he wasn't taking slashing from swords and stuff like that, Ithram started taking notes on everything that didn't
Right.
work.
Okay, good. Because that was his next question. Please, somebody write all of this down.
I
Yeah.
don't think he'll be able to take up a pen.
Let's head outside town and try something.
Can you cast spells in that?
He casts spells by using a weapon.
I cast spells by shooting my gun, darling.
I want to try it. We can get another one of these, right?
I don't know.
I think.
Perhaps find out how long it lasts as well first, because
Yeah.
And also what potential side effects might happen once it wears off.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll continue
Let's,
this. Yes.
So-
let's find a nice what was it? Uninhabited part of town.
Are you able to walk?
Yeah, you're able to walk.
I walked through the door.
Yeah, you're able to
Okay,
walk
yeah,
just
that's
fine.
right. Can you
Yep.
open a door?
Oh my god, I still
Or do
want
you
to
just
cast
slip off
haste
the
on
door?
you and watch you slip and slide across the universe.
Right.
Uh,
Do you cast haste
Okay.
on him?
no, I don't.
He's immune to haste.
Do you try to open a door again?
Yeah, again, we'll try and open the
You
door.
can't open the door. You're immune to opening doors.
Yeah, I'm immune to doorknob.
Sorry, I got busy. Did we actually try the force damage thing?
I'm
Not yet,
about.
not
We
yet.
need to find an uninhabited area because I only have AOE or disintegrate.
Well, we found the one thing he's not immune to. Looking at like this pile of that.
Pile of dust. Right. Yep. Oh no.
Not do that.
All right.
Do it.
Oh. I grab his belt.
You can't grab him to his belt. He's immune to
I
grappling.
can't. Okay. I don't need to grab it. I just need to touch it then.
Okay.
I pull out a pinch of gold dust and I cast a movable object on his belt.
It has no effect. He's immune to a movable object.
Well then.
See, that would be like a funky version of paralysis. So
You're not going to be able to see for a bit. I try and cast blindness on him.
He's immune to blindness.
Okay.
I'm immune to literally everything, including anything that could be helpful right now.
I try cure wounds.
He's
Yeah.
immune to cure wounds.
Oh, okay. This is where it's
Are
becoming.
you
a
immune to
problem.
falling damage?
Let's go find out.
I mean, there's a cliff right there. Do you jump down to the next tier?
How far is that?
whatever, we're like
You know-
gods, right?
It's about
One of us right now,
200
apparently.
feet down.
About 200 feet? No, he's not going to try a 200-foot drop.
You should.
I should, but I'm not gonna.
But like a 20-foot drop, maybe.
He would be willing to go as many as 50.
You head to the stairs.
Sure. He'll walk to the stairs until he's about, yeah.
All right, you take the first step. You're immune to stairs.
Right.
You fall down the stairs.
He doesn't take bludgeoning damage, though, does he?
You hit the first landing.
Okay.
It's about 10 feet down.
Right.
You take 39 points of fall damage. You're not immune to fall damage.
Okay.
You
Oh.
continue down to the next landing.
I was going to say, we continue to
Oh
fall.
no.
You take 35 points of fall
39
damage.
from a 10-foot drop? What?
How far is he gonna go?
You
Oh,
said
sorry.
39 and then
Sorry,
35?
no, not a 10-foot drop. That's right. You're right. I did that wrong. Hang on.
It's gonna be like, dude,
Sorry.
who spiked
Sorry.
that?
I was going to say,
We're
I'm
taking
especially,
triple
I'm
damage.
especially vulnerable. to
Four
fall damage.
points of fall
You are
damage.
double vulnerable to. We have found the Loki.
You
the
are
Loki
vulnerable to fall
aspect of
damage,
it,
though.
particular
That was
fall
doubled. Okay, you take 16 points of fall damage from the second
Do you
landing.
do you exclaim at all, "Ow" or anything?
Oh, yeah. He's yelling. He's
He's
yelling his
okay.
ass off.
The first time that he actually says "ow," Ithram's gonna cast Dispel Magic on that effect.
Nothing happens. He's immune to dispel magic. You hit the next tier. So this
How
is
many
3.
flights are there left?
To get to the guardhouse, there's about to get to the guardhouse is about 5 flights.
To where he will stop falling.
Yeah, he'll stop falling after 5.
I'm,
Okay.
So every 40 feet, there's a landing that you just bounce off of.
So okay, you've hit. So this is your third hit. You take 14 points of fall damage.
Okay.
Your fourth hit, you take 12 points of fall damage. And finally, your fifth hit, as you slide into the guard barracks and poof, against a wall. The guard's looking at you like, "What the fuck?" You take 12 points of fall damage.
Okay.
Is it experiment?
Gent, being the sort of person that he is, sticks a hand out to the guard and says, "Give a man a hand up, would you?"
They try to help you up, and the hand is.
So here's my question: on the way down, did he accidentally coat the stairs so we can't follow without falling?
No, he did not.
Okay.
Well, that's good. Running down after. Sorry. Is it experiment?
Yes, it
just
is.
pinballed his way down the stairs.
Gen's going to take a short rest here at the guardhouse, spend some hit dice.
After the short rest, the oil wears off.
Okay. Well,
I think we found the ups and downs.
More effective than it needs to be, but we did find some very interesting data of that. I'm fairly pleased.
We still didn't find out if force damage was repelled. But we can save that for another date. This is quite a bit of information.
How many hit dice did you have to use?
11.
Yeah, almost all of them.
I roll like shit on my hit dice when I'm trying to regain hit points. I roll great on them most of the time when I'm leveling up.
So thus far, when you have that oil on, you're immune to everything, but are vulnerable to fall damage.
Okay.
That's what you have thus far. Everything you've tried, at least.
All right.
Okay, so I was thinking that we could use just like douse ourselves in that before going, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Yes.
Well, the fact that I can't shoot my gun while I'm holding it is really the big damper for me.
Spells, yeah.
I don't know if I could cast spells the normal way. Yes.
Well, my spells don't work on it.
No, I'm talking more along the lines of
Nothing happens. You're immune to spell casting. Is what happens when you try and cast a spell while you're covered in the oil.
Right.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is this might be right. All things considered, assuming that there's no cliffs or anything, it might be good for you, Titania, since mostly what you do is cast spells.
Yes. Yeah. I was wondering about trying it. Or we could summon a pack of blink dogs.
And put it on them?
Oh.
Yep.
What
One
do
of
you
the
have
dragons.
against blink dogs.
Or something that flies. Or something else.
Would something that flies be too slippery for air currents to carry them?
I don't know.
You're immune to flying.
I don't quite know how this works, but
It's okay. Neither do the Is it.
Are you immune to immunity?
Yeah, we know more about the thing they gave us than they know about it now. So
yeah.
That's why they ask everyone to take excellent notes.
Mm-hmm.
this is that has been interesting.
But that could be an excellent distraction.
Oil of transcendent
It
grease.
definitely made me go, what the fuck? So if
I mean,
we showed up with
alternatively,
something that
we find the lich, we put this on him, and we push him down a flight of stairs.
That's fair.
Power word kill.
There's a big ravine.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
on the way down.
there's a very large ravine, they've told us. So
How long did it take to get himself slathered up, by the way?
An action.
Oh, okay.
To slather yourself. You imagine it would take longer to
Right.
slather somebody else.
Right.
Also, we'd have to
Particularly someone who's unwilling.
once it's on you, you can't really push him over the edge. So
Yeah, you couldn't do much
Wonderful.
interaction with other things once you had that.
Mm-hmm.
no, I wonder if
Yeah, just go
That
ahead
would
and
be
make the
bad.
Lich immune to all your damage types. Do it.
Except for falling.
Yeah, but you can't push the Lich.
Okay.
He's
No,
immune
this
to being
will
pushed.
this will be much more of a we need to run away quickly sort of thing, probably, than anything else. As long as you've already got an open path of because
Fair.
it's very difficult to open doors, as you saw.
Yes.
Quick, we gotta get away. Slather yourselves. Wait, fuck. Doors. Damn it.
That's when you just slide you just go up to the door and just sort of like nudge it. Or something.
Use your momentum to just slam the door open.
or potentially, if Ithram had to get out, and you could just mage hand the door to open the door, and then.
Yep.
That is true, yes.
All right. Well, we've got this for at least shits and giggles later.
So, with your experiment done, where are you heading to next?
Should we head back to Grifftop and spend the night? No, we don't need to go to Grifftop. Why am I thinking of going to Grifftop?
Grifftop.
We do need to go to
do it.
Grifftop.
Ivory.
We do need to go to Grifftop tomorrow. The Ivory Legion will be there in a day.
Oh, they will.
Yes. Link pearls, communication methods.
Yes. Oh, I'm aware of that. I didn't just feel like picking up a pearl and talking to someone who might be my father out of the blue for no reason.
I mean, there's the reason of, hey, are you in Grifftop? We might need your assistance with battling a lich, or at least advice on the matter.
We're already friends with him because we've traveled with Adam. We helped him get to. So.
All right, Grifftop it is then, I suppose.
Kalerna hasn't met the Ivory Legion yet, has she?
No.
So you head to Grifftop, and we will pick up with that next week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.